Grylls is on the show. Bear, how are you, sir? How nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to be with you. Yeah, hanging on in there. Come on.
I mean, look, going through lockdown has been a big adjustment for all of us, but for you, someone who's so used to being out in the elements all of the time, what's it been for you having this extended period of time at home?
Yeah, you know, it's been such a challenging time, as you know, for everybody. I'm mindful of, we've been super lucky in the sense of being together as a family. We've still managed to film, actually. You know, we've finished the whole of this season of Running Wild, so we have done that. Apart from that, though, being at home with the, you know, we've got three boys, Shara and my wife, bit of homeschooling. That's been a humbling experience. You know, but like so much, I think also so aware of who the real heroes are. I think that's been a great reminder this year.
For sure.
And, you know, so many unsung heroes out there, and ever grateful to all of those nurses and key workers and all that
Absolutely.
stuff. So, yeah.
Your three boys, do they take after you? Are they adventurous? Are they outdoorsy people? Do they want to be outdoors, sort of testing themselves?
Yeah, I think they're smarter than me. That, you know, I've made this my job because it was the only thing I was ever any good at, you know, when I was young, and it's what I loved all through, you know, the military and beyond. But I think they're smart. At the same time, they've kind of have grown up with adventure as a big part of their life. You know, my eldest loves to, you know, paraglide with me and a lot of the mountain stuff, and same with the younger ones. So it is part of their life. At the same time, I don't think we're not kind of, you know, we're pretty normal as well. You know, my work is work, and when we get home, we're a pretty regular family, I think.
When you say this is the only thing you could do, how do you find out that you're good at this? Like, do you know what I mean? Because if you're in a sports team or you're in a school play and someone goes, oh, you're good at that, you should do this for a job. Were you sort of out somewhere and you thought, wait, we should all drink our own and they go, well, hang on. You're really?
Well, I never was lucky enough to...
We'd all be dead if you're not here. How does it work?
Well, I was never picked for those kind of sports teams or the theatre teams or whatever. And as a young kid, I suppose I loved being outdoors. My dad was a commando and loved to climb. And I just loved to hang out with him. And my way of being with him is we'd climb together. And I suppose at a young age, a lot of my identity at school was I was always a kid that could climb the highest, you know, building or tree. And I suppose I really wanted to try and do that as a job. I wanted to be a soldier. And I don't know, I think if somebody could go back and say to that 7-year-old boy who was actually really quite shy and unsure of his place, that he could have a job being in the mountains, you know, introducing people to the amazing power of the wild and to be muddy a lot of the time and not have to be in an office, I would have thought, yes, please, you know. But it's been a journey, as you know, for all of us to kind of find the stuff we really love and to be able to try and make it my work. It's definitely been a journey. You
do have an amazing way of making it incredibly relatable, just the human connection of it. I mean, you know, I love so many of your books. One of your books, How to Stay Alive, is on title alone a book worth writing. And in that book, you talk about how water is the most important tool. It's more important than shelter, food, any of those things. Where's the most unexpected place that you found water?
I think so much the survival is about being resourceful. That's the part I love. You know, you've got to think left field and being smart. I mean, I've found water in, I don't know, you know, things like fish eyeballs or even squeezing the, you know, dung of a fresh elephant poo, you know. I've managed to squeeze water out of that. I mean, there'd be so many things. But it's the improvisation that's fun, you know, whether it's even tying a T-shirt around your legs as you're walking through the long grass in the morning dew and then being able to squeeze it out and drink it. So, I don't know, as a young person, I always loved this kind of improvisation and having to figure out cool ways of doing things.
Let's talk about Running Wild with Bear Grylls, who's back for a 6th season. When you take a guest out into the wild, how much do they know ahead of time, and what are they told to bring along with them?
They're generally told to come on their own, you know, trust the process, trust me. I mean, that works I mean, it didn't work. The only one it hasn't worked with was with President Obama. That was a whole kind of Secret Service entourage and all of that. But generally, to come on your own, trust me, bring a sort of, you know, backpack of motivation and enthusiasm, because you're going to need it. You know, there are definitely times where, on every journey, where, you know, people are cold and scared and you get a bit of bad weather and you're sleeping out and all that stuff. But generally, you know, we don't tell them a lot, in the sense that I never know that much. I know where we're going to start. I know where we're going to end. I'll do a helicopter kind of recce the day before, and I go, okay, river, yeah, cliff, we need to work our way around that. But beyond that, we try and keep it pretty loose. You know, take a coil of rope, small crew, and we gun it and we go. And I think the fun for the stars always, and they say it every time, it's like, wow, it really is just, we're kind of going and we're improvising and we're figuring out a route. And I always think it's like an elastic band, these journeys. You can stretch and shrink them according to, you know, how the person I'm with is doing and their kind of abilities. But ultimately, it's about getting to know somebody in a buddy way and hearing their story in a way that sometimes is hard to do, you know, in a sort of short time on a chat show. I mean, you do a brilliant job of it, but, you know, you over 48 hours, you really kind of hear all the stuff of the struggles and the hopes and the triumphs and the failures, and you get to know someone. And I always think you can't kind of hide in the wild, you know. And that's part of the magic of it. And people come on the show and they're incredibly honest. And for me, it's a privilege.
Well, Anthony Mackie, who we really love on this show here, he's your first guest of the new season. Obviously, brilliant actor, Marvel superhero. How did Falcon get on in the wild?
Falcon, what a legend, you know. And I think he came, he said, I really want to show to my family, my kids, that, you know, that I've kind of got it as well. It's not all just, you know, for the movies and the green screen. And we took him to the Dolomite Mountains in northern Italy in winter. It was, you know, right in at the deep end for him. A lot of exposure, a lot of, you know, steep cliffs and drop-offs and freezing conditions. But, you know, he's a superhero. He's such a positive guy. He was honest and he was determined. And, you know, I came away huge respect, yeah.
The show is so brilliant.